Hi guys, welcome to today's vlog and the very first vlog in my wedding planning, like month by month planning tasks videos. So basically I'm going to be picking up the camera every month as I complete all of the wedding tasks that I've assigned to myself for the month, because I've done a full calendar of tasks for like between now and the wedding, which is roughly a year and a half away. And as long as I work through that list and get everything done month by month, I know that I'll have done everything I need to for the wedding day next year. So I'm just going to pick up the camera as and when I'm doing any wedding tasks and bring you along with me so you can follow along, see what I'm up to, hopefully get some inspiration if that's what you're looking for, or just enjoy the ride, because I absolutely love watching wedding planning stuff. I did before I was engaged, so yeah, if that's what you're here for, you're in the right place. So it's been such a fun month, actually done loads of stuff, made loads of decisions, so I'm feeling really productive and really happy. So I'm just going to start by going through my list of tasks for the month, and then I'll bring you along with me as I go through them all and get them done. So this is my task list for the month, starting with a really exciting one, which is organising my wedding dress shopping day. I've then got create a wedding file, which is just all the documents from the suppliers I've booked so far, attend church for a qualifying connection, buy wedding insurance, contact my local church for reading the banns, put time off in my work calendars. Then I'm going to tick off the next one, book the Great North Wedding Show, because I've already done that. I've got inquire about some props, make a scrapbook, and look through photo albums for styling ideas. So let's get started. Good morning guys, it's Sunday the 15th of January, and today we're ticking off another thing on our wedding to-do list. We are heading up to the parish where we are getting married, because we're not getting married locally, we're getting married up where our venue is, which is about an hour away from us. And in order to qualify to get married there, we have to attend church once a month for 6 months. So we're going for our second visit today to church. Obviously I won't be able to film like in church or anything, but that is what we're up to today. So we're back from church, and it's actually a really nice, like really small village area. We have to go to a different church each time we go up because it's so small and rural. They move around churches. They don't have like a service at every church every week. It moves around, but it's a really nice community. Everyone's so welcoming. They have like tea and coffee and cake afterwards. It's a proper rural community. I was actually saying to Johnny, like I could totally live somewhere like that. It feels very much like the good life, the like old-fashioned way almost, where everyone knows each other, and yeah, it's just really cute. So that is our second qualifying connection session completed. We have like a form we have to get signed each time we go to prove that we've been, and that we've been 6 consecutive months. So that was our second month. So 4 months to go, and then we will be qualified to get married, and that's another thing ticked off the list. Just wanted to quickly show you something which isn't technically like this month's planning, because I did this before I started up the vlog series, but it is our save the dates, which we've been sending out. So I didn't send them in one big batch because it's so far in advance of the wedding that I haven't felt that pressure. So as and when we've been seeing people, we've sort of been giving them their save the dates. So I just wanted to show you because I really love them and I'm really happy with them. This is an idea that I had a long time ago, and I couldn't wait to execute it. So this is our save the dates. I'm just going to cover the actual date, but basically it is a photo booth strip, and I got me and Johnny and Luca and Teddy to each hold like a sign with the words obviously save the date and then the date, and it's magnetic, so it goes on your fridge, because I thought every save the date that I've ever received I've like stuck on my fridge, so I just thought that was a cute way to do it for anyone who wants to do that. But yeah, these were from Snapfish, believe it or not. You get 4 in a pack and it's like £5, I think, for 4. So really, really affordable. Considering for Save the Dates, you only need 1 per household, not per person. I actually think this is like a really affordable way to do a Save the Date, and more affordable than like traditional ones. So yeah, to go alongside that, I did 2 separate things, because we have, if you've watched like my vlog about the venue, you'll know that it's a 2-night venue. So we're actually having a pre-wedding party, but I'm not 100% sure on the numbers for the pre-wedding party, because we've still got some figuring out to do there. So I didn't want to invite everyone who's coming to the wedding to the pre-wedding party right now. So basically, for like close family, the people who are going to be staying at Woodhill, or people we know are going to be travelling up the day before, they are absolutely going to be invited to the pre-wedding party. So I did a separate little invite notice for them, and that is this card here. So it says the wedding of Valentina and Jonathan. I've got the date there, and then just a bit of a blurb. And I just had these made on, I can't even remember where I had these made. I'm gonna have to check that, but it was something like Vistaprint, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Vistaprint actually. I'll double check, and if it's not, I'll put it in the description, but I'm pretty sure this was Vistaprint. And it just basically has our wedding website on there. So we've decided to set up a wedding website rather than doing like all of the stationery that goes with traditional invites. And that way people can access it now, they can see some of the details, and then obviously I'll add detail as we go. And then it lets them know that they're invited to a pre-wedding party at our venue the night before, and just letting them know they'll get an email invitation when they'll be able to RSVP. So that is the invite that we've put together for everyone who is coming to like the whole 2-day thing. So they've got the Save the Date and that. And then for anyone who we're not sure if we're able to invite to the night before, I just put together a little, it's like a little business card, and it says the details, and it has our wedding website on there. It just says, for more details about our wedding, please visit our wedding website. So they got those 2. So I'm really, really happy with our Save the Dates and our little details. I've started the wedding website as well, but I will do a separate vlog on that. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that and show you those bits, because while I'm not doing them this month, I've been giving them out and things, and it's something I'd done before I started vlogging, so I definitely wanted to share them with you. Hi guys, I'm just picking up the camera because Luca's napping and I'm doing a little bit of wedding planning. So one of the things on my list was to inquire about some, I guess like props. So basically it's like surnames in lights, names in lights, things like that. And there's this website that I've been looking at that I've got saved on Instagram that I wanted to inquire with. So I'm just going to shoot them an email, but I thought I'd show you like the different options that I'm looking at. I have no idea what the prices are yet or anything like that. So I'm just going to show you the different options that they offer and the things that I'm looking at. I'm on this website, Coco Luminaire. They're a local sort of supplier, and I'm looking at these different lights that they offer. So they have a few different options if you want to have like your name in lights like this. So this is a mini version where you would have like your name. I mean, I'm saying mini, I know that they're still like big, but you can see them next to the people there. They're not like the huge floor standing letters. So I'm trying to decide between that or this, where you'd have like the massive surname with the Mr. and Mrs. on top. So I'm going to inquire for both of those anyway. I don't need to ask right now or decide right now. And then the other thing that I'm really interested in, I've actually seen at our venue, or on pictures at our venue. In fact, this is our venue, but it's not the location that I'd have it. But is this heart where it has your like name and the date of your wedding in. And the reason I really like this is because I was thinking it would be really cool to have it outside of the teepees. So yeah, I'm just thinking if it's like a festival-y vibe, if you were to turn up to like a show and there was like the name of who's performing and stuff, I don't know, it's like, it's very extra, I'm aware of that, but I feel like that is the vibe of the wedding. We're definitely like, you know, we're not going small, are we? So It looked really cool in the pictures that I saw of the wedding it was used at. So they're the 3 things I'm going to inquire about from this website, and then some decisions will have to be made. Evening, guys. It is now the next evening, and I am in my onesie. I've just had a shower, done my hair, because I'm going into the office tomorrow. If my skin looks a bit shiny, I am wearing my new facial oil, which I'll show you. It's the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil, and this is part of my new like wedding prep, trying to get my skin like nice. And I don't know, I mean, I'm very lucky in that I've always had quite clear skin. I've not suffered with breakouts, so I'm really lucky with that, but my skin has always been on the dry side. And if you watch my vlog about like my New Year's resolutions, you'll know that I'm really bad at skincare. So skincare is one of my resolutions, and definitely like for wedding planning and preparation, I want to be a lot better at like taking care of my skin, my body, everything, just trying to get myself feeling my best. So yeah, that is what I'm using at the moment. It was recommended by a friend and I really like it. Yeah, I've been using it for a few weeks now, and yeah, it feels nice. It is a Love Island launch night, so if you're a Love Island fan, then you will know exactly what the day is. It's very much something that I enjoy watching, just to like switch off, just a bit of trash TV. So it's literally like 5 to 9. I'm waiting for Love Island to start, and I just thought I would catch up with you because I got a reply to the email that I sent to the props company. So they sent me their pricing and a bit of information, so I thought I would share it with you. So they said that they supply the props for the full wedding day and night, and it includes delivery and collection to my venue, and they collect the following day. They set the lights up in whichever position you choose, and they're great as a photo backdrop, so I guess that's their little spiel. And I asked for quotes on like the large Mr. and Mrs. like freestanding letters that were 5 foot, and that's come in at £345. And then I also asked about the mini letters, which were the ones that had the like the stand, and then the letters themselves are 1 foot, again with our surname, and that on a stand is £295. So there is quite a difference. Well, £50, so it's not, I don't think that would make or break your decision necessarily if you really had your heart set on one or the other, but there is like a substantial difference, I think, for £50. And then the heart that I was showing you, that I really love the idea of having outside of the teepees. I've seen pictures of it specifically outside the teepee at Woodhill, and it does look really good. That would be £195, but if you bundle it up with something else, I've already inquired about, it's reduced to £100. So in total, for either the large, if I was to go for the large letters with our surname and the heart, it would come to £445. Or if I went for the smaller letters on the stand and the heart, it would come to £395. So quite a considerable cost. It's not like something really small, I appreciate that, but I do think that these are something that are going to really add to the vibe of our day. They're definitely something I'm really interested in, so I guess I just have to decide now whether I go for 2 items, 1 item, big letters, little letters. I'll probably do a little poll on Instagram, so please keep a lookout on that and help me decide which to go for. I just had a little look at my budget, and because I had no idea, like there was literally no advertised costs for a lot of items, so I had to budget, like guesstimating how much I thought these things would cost versus sort of how much maybe I was prepared to pay for these items. So I just had a look at my budget, and I budgeted £100 for the heart, so it's exactly within budget if I was to bundle it up. But I'd only budgeted £150 for the surname letters, so I'm very out with that. I'm like, well, £95 out for one version, or even more for the other. So I am going to have to think seriously about it. It's definitely like, I know that I have to not be flippant with this stuff, because if each thing I just add an extra £50 or £100 on, that adds up very quickly. So I definitely need to think about it. But yeah, that's where we're at with the props. Hi guys, it's the weekend. Happy Saturday. I'm very excited for it to be the weekend. It's been my first full week back at work since Christmas, and yeah, it's been full on, it's been busy, it's been tiring, so I'm happy it's the weekend. Unfortunately, Johnny is at work this whole weekend, so it never feels quite like a weekend when we're not all together as a family, but yeah, I'm very happy to have a couple of days off nevertheless. So I've just popped Luca down for his afternoon nap, and at the moment he's only been napping for around an hour, so I'm limited on time, so I thought I'd jump on really quickly and update you on some more wedding plans. So the very first thing, I'm super excited because I've managed to book in my very first wedding dress shopping day. I literally can't believe this day has come. Well, it hasn't come yet, but that I'm planning it. Literally, like back when I first met Johnny, I used to watch Say Yes to the Dress all the time. I absolutely loved it, and to think that now I'm at the point where I'm going to be going wedding dress shopping, I just literally can't quite believe it. I'm so excited. And yeah, I've literally planned a day, so I'm not expecting to find my dress that day necessarily, but I just really wanted to plan like a lovely girls' day. So I've invited obviously my maid of honour, my bridesmaids, and then my close female relatives for this day. So I've managed to book 3 appointments, 3 different shops in the centre of Newcastle, which is like our closest city centre. So what I'm planning to do is go to 2 in the morning. The appointments are like an hour and a half each. So we've got the first appointment at 10:15, and then we'll do 2. Then we're going to have an afternoon tea where we can like chat and debrief and chill a bit, because I'm sure the trying on dresses will be a bit intense. So yeah, we can refuel, and then we've got our last appointment at 3:30. So it's going to be a full-on day, but it's going to be so lovely. I'm so excited. I know that like my aunties are really excited who are coming, and my maid of honour is coming up from Southampton, which is where she lives, so we had to plan quite far in advance to sort of get dates that matched up and stuff. So we're going in May, so it's still a few months away. However, we've booked all the shops, and I've also booked a hair appointment for that morning. So 9 AM I'm going to go in, get my hair cut, because it will be a year since I've had my hair cut. It was last May that I had my hair cut anyway. Get it all blow dried and styled, and then I'll feel really nice to go and try on the dresses. I was also a bit nervous whether I'd even be able to plan this day, because a lot of shops had massively reduced their numbers of like who you could bring with them through COVID, and a lot still seem to sort of have just stuck to that. I don't think it's necessarily about COVID anymore, but yeah, they're sort of saying like 2-3 guests maximum, which just isn't enough. And I do understand, like one of the shops I'm going to, on their like website, they say they recommend bringing just a couple of close people so that you don't get too many opinions and stuff, and I do totally get that, but I still think it should be up to the bride, you know, whether they want to put themselves in that situation or not. So yeah, 2 of the shops I don't think we're gonna have a problem with. One does say a maximum of 4. So the last one that we go to, which will be after the afternoon tea, that's just gonna be like my maid of honour and bridesmaids, and my aunties will have to go home for that one. But at least they'll have been to 2 out of the 3. So it's not too bad, and then we'll do the afternoon tea, and then at least they're not like hanging around in between or anything. I'm also not expecting that I will find the dress at these shops. They stock all different designers, so I've spent ages looking at different shops that are like around my area, and the 3 that I've picked, they stock completely different designers. So people like Enzoni and Waters, I really like, Essence of Australia, and one of them also designs their own dresses, so they stock some designer dresses, but they also have their own designs as well, so that'll be really nice. And I've read reviews where people say they've designed like exactly what they've described for them, and they've got really good reviews, so that's exciting. But yeah, I do have at least another 3 shops that I'm expecting to go and have a look at after this shopping day. So it may be that I won't be bringing everyone that's coming to the dress shopping day to those other appointments, so it may be that I invite 1 or 2 of my aunties to one of those appointments, and my bridesmaids come to another, and we sort of, it'll be smaller affairs for those shops. But I definitely want to go to one of either Wed to Be or Wed for Less, like one of those more budget friendly dress shops. shops and just have a look at what they've got, because I've heard loads of people that I know who have gone to the designer shops and then they've gone to Wed to Be or Wed for Less and found a dress that they absolutely love that's so similar to ones that they would have paid a lot more for. So I'm definitely, you know, want to do that. And another shop that I found is like a second-hand dress shop. So it's a really loved shop, but all the dresses are completely cleaned and you would never be able to tell that they're second-hand. And again, that's a lot more sustainable and budget-friendly. So I definitely want to give that shop a try, because they stock everything and all different designers as well. So just because it's an ends only dress from a couple of years ago, someone would have paid a lot of money for that dress. So yeah, it would be silly not to go and have a look. So that's my plan for wedding dress shopping. So we've booked a Saturday in May, and yeah, I mean, that's going to come around so quick. Just for anyone who is planning wedding dress shopping, I thought that leaving it sort of more than 12 months to the wedding, because there'll still be over 12 months from May till our wedding the next year. I thought I was leaving loads and loads of time, like I thought that was well in advance. However, I didn't realise that when they talk about lead times, you also have to add in the alteration time on top of that. So when you're planning dress shopping, there's two things you need to think about. It's the lead time of the dresses that you're ordering. So some of them can be as short as 4-month lead time, and that's how long it takes the shop to order in the dress. But some of them are as high as 9 months. And then you also have to add in the alteration time. So roughly 12 weeks, they say, for alterations. So that's going for a couple of fittings to make sure that the dress fits you perfectly. So in total, for a 9-month lead time, that would be a 12-month total process with the alterations. And providing I'm just starting my dress shopping in May, you wouldn't want to start your dress shopping 12 months before, because you might not find it. It might take you a couple of months to find a dress. So yeah, I mean, I still think I've a fine amount of time. However, I wouldn't want to leave any later than I am leaving it. So that's just a little note for anyone who's planning wedding dress shopping. Check out like the lead times for the stores and the designers you're interested in, and just make sure you keep that in mind, plus the alterations time. Hello guys, I'm just jumping on to tell you about something that I've done. I've done a thing. It wasn't on the agenda for this month, however, I think it was on the agenda for next January, so I've done it a year in advance, but I need to show you and I need your help and opinions, because basically I've been going on websites to have a look at like wedding rings and see the style that I like and what I think I'll go with my engagement ring, and I'd screenshot a particular ring that I came across that was really unique. I really liked it and I hadn't seen anything like it anywhere else. And then I was scrolling through my wedding album, like my wedding inspiration album on my phone, came back across this ring and I thought, oh, I'll have another look at it. When I went on the website, there was a January sale on, of course, so it had a really, really good reduction on, really good price for the quality of this ring. Yeah, so I was wondering what to do and decided to just go in on my lunch break and have a look. Like I asked my colleague if she would come with me and go and have a look at some rings. So we went down to the jewellers because I work in the centre of town, so that's where like all the shops are, so it's really handy. So I had to walk along and they didn't actually have this ring in stock, but they had a similar style which I tried on, and that one wasn't for me, but I was still really interested in the ring that I liked, and they basically said they could order it in for like a minimal fee, so £50. Bearing in mind the ring was originally like just under £3,000, it was like £299.50. So like £50, you can order it in, you can try it, no obligation. You'll be refunded the £50 if you don't like it. So I was like, well, there's nothing to lose. So yeah, so basically I ordered this ring in. That was like the week before last. And then they said it would take about a week to come in, and I hadn't heard anything by this last Thursday, which was like a week and 2 days since I'd ordered it. So on my lunch break on Thursday, I decided to go in and just see if it had come in. And when I got there, the woman was like, oh, the deliveries have just arrived, so I'll have a look for you. Of course she found it, so she had my ring, she said it had just arrived, brought it out, and oh my gosh, it is just so beautiful. So obviously I told Johnny, like when I got home, all about this ring and everything, and he was very much like, you know, not bothered that I'd gone on my own or anything, just, well, yeah, it made sense to order it at that price with the reduction. and then obviously I hadn't wanted to bring him into town if it wasn't there, and then I'd gone and checked and it was there. So tried it on and I loved it, and I like video called him, he had a look, and obviously he said it was lovely, and all that mattered was, you know, was it the one for me? Did I have that feeling? And I did ask the woman in the shop to get a few more, because the setting of this ring doesn't match the setting of my engagement ring, so it's not like a matching set. They're both platinum and diamond, and there's brilliant cut diamonds in the wedding ring, which the engagement ring has, but it's got other types of diamonds. It's not, and the setting, like the way the diamonds are set into the band is different. So it's not like a match, but I think it does complement the ring. So yeah, I asked her to get some more that were more of like a match to my ring, and I tried them all on. I just didn't get the feeling that I got with this ring. They basically said there was like a 30-day returns policy. I could take it home, you know, as long as I didn't scratch it or anything, I can return it. So I thought, like, there was no harm in doing that, because it had already gone back up to full price, but they were honouring the price, like the sale price for me, because I'd ordered it while it was in the sale. So it's already back up to full price, so it was a no-brainer, I guess, to buy it, to bring it home, to try it out with my engagement ring more, and show Johnny in person and everything. So I'm going to show you the ring now, and I need like honest opinions. So guys, I'm trying to show you in the light. This is the ring. It is 0.6 carats. It's got baguette and brilliant cut diamonds, like one after the other. Yeah, it's super sparkly. I do absolutely love it as a band. I mean, it's stunning. What do you think? Do they go together? Oh, I love them both. I love them both. I am leaning towards that they do look absolutely fine together, particularly because we've got the brilliant cut diamond of the engagement ring and then the brilliant cut diamonds within the band. It is literally just the setting that I'm not sure about. Like, does it matter that the setting is different? Help me. This is the ring, guys. Baguette and brilliant cut diamonds. Absolutely gorgeous, like I can't lie. I'm very, very lucky to have this option. But it's definitely an extravagance, but it's like the one thing you wear for the rest of your life, isn't it? And this is so good quality, I definitely won't be replacing it in the future. Hello guys, it is now Sunday the 29th of January, so we're coming to the end of the month and end of this month's wedding planning, so I thought I'd update you on the rest of the bits that I've been up to, and been cracking on with my to-do list, so I'm feeling in a good place. So I'm just going to run through my list on Bridebook and yeah, show you where I'm at with everything. So organised dress shopping day, we have done that and I've spoken about that. Create a wedding file. So yeah, this is something that I've done this month, or in this past week since I last spoke to you. So I was looking on like Etsy and everything for some really cute personalised file, and then I thought, you know what, that is a waste of money. Like, I can't just use a normal file. So this was £1 from Home Bargains, and this is my wedding file. I might jazz it up with some stickers, who knows, but I mean, it works for what it is, and it was much better than spending like 20 quid on some wedding specific file. So basically what I've done is I've just printed out all of the contracts and information I have from my suppliers, my venue, invoices, things like that. So, I mean, it's not hugely exciting to look at, but I work much better on paper. So I know this isn't the most sustainable friendly way, but this is really important stuff, and I really struggle looking through emails like back and forth and scrolling through the threads and stuff. So and like finding attachments and things. So I've printed out just the key information for each place, but I've got like my seating chart for our venue, lots of exciting bits. So I will literally sit and I'll like write out who's in each spot, because I'm much more visual, and that's just the way that I work. So yeah, I'm really excited that I've done that. I've also, like, I haven't just printed everything, but I've gone through every contract as well, read all the fine print, highlighted things that I still need to check on and stuff. So I'm feeling in a really good place with that, and I'm really happy that I've managed to do that. So the next thing we have is attend church, and we have done that. And buy a wedding insurance. So this is something that I have just been looking at. I haven't bought it yet because I'm gonna email my venue and ask them a question, but I'll show you like all the information I've put in and the details that I've got. So I went onto moneysupermarket.com and then filled in all of my details to get comparable quotes. So the things it asked me for was the amount that I wanted to cover. So that was like the total amount of the wedding. I put in 30,000 for that because taking away things like engagement rings and the dress, like that'll definitely cover what we're spending on the actual day. It then asked for the location, so that was like UK, Europe, worldwide. So obviously ours is UK. Something to be aware of is that it's not currently covering places affected by like the Russia-Ukraine war. So there's quite a few countries that are on the list that they won't cover at the moment. It then asked for the date and whether the ceremony and the like evening reception were at the same location. Ours isn't because we have a church for the ceremony. And it asked for the actual date and then the postcodes of both venues. Then asked if I wanted to add public liability insurance, marquee cover or ceremonial swords cover. I selected no for marquee and ceremonial swords, and I selected yes for public liability. However, that is the thing I'm going to email my venue and ask about. Because I don't know whether that's covered within their insurance, and they did say that they recommended insurance for us but that it wasn't necessary from their point of view. So yeah, I just want to get their advice on that. And then for some reason it asked if I was purchasing on behalf of the couple or if I was the couple. Obviously I am the couple that's taken out the insurance policy, and then asked for our names, date of birth and address. So that was all of the information that I put into like Money Supermarket and the comparison site, and then it brought me up my list of quotes, which I'll show you now. So these are the quotes that popped up through Money Supermarket. So we've got Dream Safe Wedding, I haven't heard of that. We've got the Insurance Emporium, which I have used before, and we've got Wedinsure there, and these were actually like better quotes than I was expecting. So you can see those two were the two that I sort of was looking at. So it's 204, 210 with the 30,000 cover, and then it's the things like suppliers, photo and video, car and transport, public liability. They're just like different amounts. I was thinking that the Insurance Emporium, like those amounts were fine. However, I went on both of the policies to compare, and that's when I started to see like a big difference. So this is the Insurance Emporium. It's a total of 204, and that's the breakdown, and it includes public liability that you can see there. However, when I was looking at the small print, they do not cover coronavirus whatsoever. So if your wedding is cancelled for any reason to do with coronavirus, it isn't covered in this one. Then I had a look at Wedinsure, and Wedinsure gives you the option to add this COVID extension, which basically covers you for cancelling the ceremony or reception if you, like one of the couple or a very close family member, is seriously ill or passes away from COVID and you have to cancel the wedding. And that is an extra for £50. So I was thinking that that was quite like an attractive thing to potentially add on, because realistically we have elderly and vulnerable relations who in a year and a half could become ill with COVID. So that would be adding £50 onto the 210 total, making it 260. However, I then scrolled up and you can see that they haven't actually included public liability in the quote. It's extra, and it's an extra 60. So this is why I've decided to email the venue. I basically want to ask their advice about the public liability insurance and whether I need to add that on, because obviously adding the 60 and the 50 together is taking it up another £110. So I definitely want to get their advice on that and whether we actually need that. So I've got my quotes all ready for wedding insurance, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy that, you know, I've done the bulk of the work and it'll just be signing up to the policy. Okay, so the next thing is contact our local church for reading the banns. So basically, to get married in a church, you have to have the banns read, which is like they read out your intention to marry on 3 Sundays before you get married. And if you're getting married outside of your parish, you have to have the banns read at the church that you're getting married at and also in your local parish. I haven't done that yet, but I am going to do that today. So by the end of the day, that will be done. The next thing is putting the time off into my work calendar. My annual leave is booked from October to October, so I can't book anything for 2024 until October this year. But I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that I was going to be off, so that there wouldn't be, any pushback or any challenges when I come to try and book the time off in October. So I just put 3 weeks in the diaries with like all of my close colleagues, my bosses, everything like that, just so that people know that that is when I'm planning to be off, and then there won't be any surprises. The reason I've gone for 3 weeks, I've gone for the week before the wedding, or like the week of the wedding, because we're getting married midweek. So I'll be off from the Saturday before the wedding, and then the whole week of the wedding I'll be off, and then I've got another full 2 weeks after that, because we are hoping to potentially go away straight after the wedding, but I'll talk more about that in another vlog. So the next one is inquire about the light up letters and the heart. I've already done that and spoken about that, so I can tick that one off. And then I've got look through photo albums for styling ideas and make a scrapbook of the saved pictures. So I have started doing this. Basically, a few of the photographers that I inquired with sent me albums that contained pictures from weddings at the venue that we're getting married at. So I've been having a look through those and just saving like the details, so like the flower arrangements or the table plans or the props and things, just to get a bit of an idea. So I'll show you some of my pictures now. So yeah, I've just been screenshotting stuff like this, which is like examples of the tables or props and things. So that's the light up letters that we've gone for. So yeah, I've done that. I'll probably do a bit more, but I just wanted to start getting an idea ready for inquiring with florists and venue dressers and things like that. I have bought the scrapbook, which I'll show you because I'm really happy with that. So this is the scrapbook that I've picked up. I got it from TK Maxx and I really like it because it's thick card inside. So the pages are really thick. They're not like flimsy paper. It's much more like card. So I'll just be able to make a scrapbook of all the pictures in this, and I think it'll like weather fine when I'm sticking lots of stuff on. And that is it. That's the end of my list. So I'm really happy that I've pretty much covered everything off, or I'm thereabouts with everything. I'm really happy with my progress. I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog and joining me in the first month of my proper wedding planning, with 18 months to go. So next month I'm going to be going to the biggest wedding fair in like my area, and I'm really excited for that. That's happening next weekend, and I'm going to be on the lookout for florists, cake makers, venue dressers, hair and makeup artists. So yeah, that's a sneak preview of what's to come in next month's vlog. So lots going on, and that's really exciting. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Do let me know in the comments your thoughts, if there's anything you have questions on or want more information about on how I'm doing things. Please do let me know your thoughts on the ring. That's really important. So yeah, thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in next month's vlog.